I was a devout Muslim woman in Pakistan until the day I died and met Jesus. My name is Amina Raza, and I was born and raised in Pakistan, in a family where Islam was not just a belief system. It was our identity, our structure, our safety, and our honor. From as far back as I can remember, faith shaped my world. The call to prayer echoed through our neighborhood before sunrise, flowing through open windows like a reminder that God was always watching. My mother woke us gently for Fajr, her voice soft but firm. My father never missed prayer at the mosque unless illness forced him to stay home. The Quran rested on a wooden stand in our living room, treated with more respect than any object in the house. I grew up believing without question. I believed that Islam was the final truth, perfect and complete. I believed that obedience pleased God, and that doubt was dangerous. I believed that Jesus, Isa ibn Maryam, was a great prophet, born of a virgin, capable of miracles, but not divine. That was what I was taught, and I never imagined that one day, everything I believed would be shaken, not by rebellion, not by curiosity, but by death itself, an ordinary day. The day my life ended did not feel special. It was a warm afternoon in Lahore, the kind of day when traffic moves slowly and the air feels heavy with dust and heat. I had spent the day visiting my aunt across the city. We drank tea, talked about family matters, laughed about small things. Nothing felt unusual. As I drove home, I remember thinking about Maghrib prayer and whether I would reach home in time. The radio played softly. My mind was calm, focused on nothing important. I did not know I was minutes away from death. At an intersection near a busy market, the traffic light turned green. I pressed the accelerator. That was when everything happened at once. A truck, moving far too fast, ran the red light. I remember the horn, the scream of metal, the violent force slamming into my car. Glass shattered. My body was thrown sideways. Pain exploded through me for a brief, blinding second. And then, everything stopped, leaving my body. I expected darkness. Instead, I felt myself rise. There was no pain anymore. No weight, no fear. I was no longer inside the car. I was above it. I could see people running toward the wreck. I could hear voices shouting in Urdu, someone calling for an ambulance. I saw my own body slumped in the driver's seat. Blood on my forehead, completely still. Strangely, I felt no attachment to it. I felt calm, peaceful. Then the scene below began to fade, as if someone was gently pulling a curtain closed. The sounds grew distant, and I felt myself moving, drawn away from the world I knew. Beyond time and space, I found myself in a vast, luminous place. There was no ground, yet I stood. No sky, yet light surrounded everything. This light did not hurt my eyes. It felt alive, warm, welcoming. It wrapped around me like a presence that knew me deeply. Time did not exist there. I was not afraid. Then I sensed someone else. I was not alone. The one I never expected to meet. When he appeared, my heart reacted before my mind could form a thought. He stood before me, radiant, steady, and overwhelming at the same time. His eyes held a depth that made me feel as though he saw every moment of my life, every joy, every failure, every hidden fear, and yet there was no judgment, only love. Then he spoke my name. Amina. The sound of my name spoken like that broke me. I fell to my knees, though I don't remember choosing to. No, I whispered. This can't be real. He stepped closer. I am Jesus, he said. The name struck my soul like thunder. Jesus, Isa, the prophet I had honored but never worshipped. The one I had been taught was not crucified, not resurrected, not the Son of God. Everything I had learned told me this moment was impossible, and yet nothing in my life had ever felt more true. The conversation that changed everything. I followed God, I said quickly, almost defensively. I prayed, I fasted, I obeyed. I know, he replied gently. His voice carried no anger, no disappointment. You followed with sincerity, he said. Tears streamed down my face. Why are you here? I asked. Why am I seeing you? Because you searched for God with an honest heart, he said. And those who search sincerely are answered. He showed me moments from my life, my childhood prayers, my quiet struggles, my unspoken questions about forgiveness, assurance, and love. You were faithful to what you were taught, he said. But now you are being shown more. My heart trembled. Am I dead? I asked. You crossed the boundary, he replied. But your time on earth is not finished. Fear rose inside me for the first time. I can't go back, I said. Everything will change. Yes, he said softly. It will? He looked at me with deep compassion. You will lose much, he said honestly. You will be misunderstood. You will be rejected by some you love. My heart broke. But you will never be alone, he continued. And I will be with you always. I felt a love unlike anything I had known. Love without fear. Love without conditions. Love that invited rather than forced. Before I could speak again, the light around us began to pull away. His final words echoed through me. Do not be afraid. Returning to life. Pain rushed back into my body like a wave. I gasped for air. Voices shouted. Machines beeped. I woke up in a hospital in Lahore, surrounded by doctors and my crying family. My mother clutched my hand, sobbing. My father stood frozen, his face pale. The doctor said my heart had stopped briefly. They said my injuries should have killed me. They called it a miracle. My family praised Allah, but inside I was silent, because I knew exactly who had met me beyond death. A faith shaken. Recovery was fast, unnaturally fast, nurses whispered. Visitors came to see the woman who should not have survived. But something in me had changed. When I prayed, the words felt empty. Every time I bowed my head, I saw Jesus. Late at night, when the house slept, I searched quietly. I read the Bible in secret. I compared scripture with scripture. I cried in confusion. One night, trembling, I whispered, Jesus, if you are truly who you showed yourself to be, guide me. Peace filled the room. Not excitement, not fear. Peace. Discovery and confrontation. My family noticed the change. I prayed less at the mosque. I grew quiet, distant. One evening, my brother found the Bible hidden in my room. That night, my father called me into the living room. What is this? He asked, holding the book. My heart pounded. I could have lied, but I didn't. I met him, I said softly. I met Jesus. The room exploded. Anger, tears, accusations. You have brought shame to this family, my father said. My mother cried silently. My brother begged me to stop, but I could not deny what I had seen. That night I left my home, with nothing but faith, years of struggle and grace. The years that followed were painful, lonely, but real. I found believers who welcomed me quietly. I learned who Jesus truly was, not through fear, but through grace. There were nights I cried for my family, nights I questioned everything, but I was never alone. Reconciliation. Years later, a letter arrived from my mother. She did not understand my faith, but she still loved me. We met in a small cafe. We cried. We held each other. Even my father, once unyielding, asked me only one question. Are you at peace? Yes, I answered. He nodded. Why I tell you this? I did not leave Islam lightly. I did not seek to lose my family. I died, and Jesus met me. Once you encounter truth, you cannot unsee it. Once you experience that love, you are never the same.